Hi folks, thanks for joining me. I'm Stephen Cronin. Now today I've got a sort of lake and mountains type scene. So before we continue, I'd just like to say thanks to all the patrons, patreon.com/Stephen Cronin for your support. It's very much appreciated. Do join me over there if you get the opportunity. Let me show the colours I've used for this one. So here I've used, and get it the right way around, so I've used ultramarine, lemon yellow, Payne's grey, raw sienna and light red. So the 5 colours, most of it was the large Hake. We've also got the small Ranson Hake. There's a flat brush, little 1/4 inch flat there, and a couple of riggers, a 3 and a size 0, and the small sword liner. Right, I thought of a lake, lakes and mountains today, I think. So just a little bit of water to start it off, and then bright colours up in the sky area. Let's just whack that in, something like that. There's also a bit of land up here. I'll get this in first and then do the darker sections in a bit. Saves cleaning the brush if I can just whack it straight in, like, you know what I mean. Right, so that's some of that. Now I'm going to clean the brush, and I want a bit of blue this time. A bit of blue into this area of the sky. And I'm going to start to put the shape of this mountain in. Actually, it's just filling these gaps. And now this is the mountain you can see going in there. Same colour as the, same blue as the sky, just so it pushes it right the way back into the distance. That's going something like that. Got loads of hairs falling off this brush, but I'm not going to worry about that now. Probably time for a new brush actually. There must be like 20 hairs on there now, but I'm not going to let it worry me. That's the mountain. I might put a little bit of, just a little bit of detail in. I don't know. The more detail I put in, the more. I don't know. No, that'll be alright. Just the odd little scrape here and there. Or just something like that. So I'm going to leave that now. Tree line. There's no need to clean the brush because blue and the yellow mixed with green, a bit of Payne's grey as well. So I want this to be pretty dark, so it's silhouettes against that. In fact, what I'll do, just to get it nice, no I won't leave it. I was going to dry it, but I won't bother. I'll see how strong it goes on first. So starting from down there, bash these trees in. So there. You see they've got the mountain and the grass. So just along that line I want a tree line. So I'm just flicking up the, just sort of holding it like that. And then as I'm giving like that as I'm going up, and you see how you get the, like the tree tops. Just such a simple way of doing things. And let's get back to a lighter colour. So I'm back into this raw sienna, a lemon yellow. That's gone a bit muddy. I want it cleaner than that. Into that raw sienna. Lemon yellow. Just push it up there. And we're sort of up to the edge of where the water's going to start. Darken that with a bit of blue, a bit of Payne's grey as well. and a bit of red, all the darks, and that'll do for our banks down the bottom. Well, I'll tell you what I did forget to do while I was doing all of that. I forgot to do the reflections and all. So what I'm going to do is pop a few of those colours back down there. And then the blue of the mountains as well. I'll just pull these ones down like this. I'm going to have to give that a dry, I think. Let's pull this tight so it's flat against the board. 9mm piece of plywood, I'll clip the paper to. And then while I'm there, I can see that tree line needs strengthening. It's not dark enough. I want it to silhouette better than that. So I'm just going into the greeny colours, and I'm just going to flick up again. Also we have fingernail as well. Let's switch to this little brush. I like to use this for a bit of just a little bit of fine tuning. It's just I just want to soften these edges. I don't like the hard edges. Just soften it, give it that sort of misty effect to it. I need to just re-strengthen these. These banks. Use a variety of brushes as well. Let's try the rigger brush. Just to get a bit more, a few more lines in there. A few random marks. So just have like a little something growing there. Put that away now before I overdo it. Let's try this brush. 3/4 inch flat brush. Once we're getting straight marks. Like there. moving over to the left hand side now. So I'm starting off with just pop some red in there for dramatic effect. Switch to blue and Payne's grey. This will take a couple of coats to get the dark I'm looking for on this. I'm going to use the sword liner, small sword liner brush. Bit of red, bit of blue, just the darks basically. And it's got to be dark. It's got to contrast nicely against that light sky. We have to give that a quick dry, so I need it to get darker. Right, let's try the small Ranson Hake for this bit. Bit of red, bit of blue, bit of Payne's grey. I want it dark around there. Clean that brush, just straining the reds and just clean the brush, just straining the blue. It's coming out a bit, something like that. Let it quick dry. Just a hint of some rocks or something going on there. Let's try that little brush again. I'm giving straight in the blue. Back to the sword liner. Again, just a dark mix. in just to... Something growing down there. Just the impression of that. Something going on down there. So there is a bit of land as well also on the right. Something like that. So I'm going to switch back to the 1/4 inch flat brush. I mean, just try and work out the final tones, what this is going to look like. So I want that to be quite dark down there. I think I'm going to use just a same brush, same 3/4 flat, just plain water, just to mix up some of the paint. Okay, I'm thinking like a little cabin or something. So what I'm going to do is just going to wet that area. I don't know if this is going to work. Oh yeah, it's alright. Just a little cabin there, just to give it a little focal point. Yeah, that'll do, I think. That'll do, I think. I'm going to stick a little bird up in the sky. I'm just going to sign this one down there then, I think. Actually, I'm going to need to dry that. I'm going to call that one finished though. Let's stick a mount on that now and see what it looks like. Actually, before I do that, I'm just going to just use the little Hake brush and just it's meant to be the sun popping up, but I'm not quite sure if I'm... There might be this dirt up here, dirty this tissue is, bloody hell. Just get right, just get the sense of dead white. I'll tell you what, you can just about get that little bit of reflection down there, I think. So it just gives it that little something. Maybe just bleaching out some of the tips there. Right, I'm going to leave it alone now, stop faffing with it. I'm going to stick a mount on it now. So here's the finished painting. So if we go having a closer look at it. Started off up in the sky with those yellows and reds. Originally forgot to put those in the water, so you can just about see some little remnants of them, but then used plenty of blue to put in the distant mountains, and they sort of merge in with the sky, nice and light. Just the odd scraper, just a little highlight of some peak or jagged edge. And then coming further forward, you can see where I've originally putting the trees in. They were a bit faint, and then I had to do another layer where I put it on dark actually to get the contrast. And then just by flicking up the Hake, you get the peaks of the trees, and a little bit of scrapes in a few tree trunks with a fingernail. Try not to overdo it, it's so easy to overdo it. So there's all the trees going up that side, and then as an afterthought I thought need a little log cabin in there just to give it a focal point. Also a sense of scale, you can see the size of the cabin compared to the mountain side, and just gives it that grander scale really. And then we've got the water, some of that, you see where the mountains, the blue of the mountains reflected into the water below. You can also see where I did another afterthought. You can see the sun. Oh, I suppose it could even be a moon or something. Just took the paper off, the paint off the paper, and then got the reflection down in the water just to give that sort of rising sun impression. And to contrast against that light sky, I just wanted something really dark in the foreground to silhouette against it. And so I used the Hake 2 or 3 layers to get it nice and dark. Plenty of red there in the foreground, a bit of contrast to the black. And then use the sword liner to put a few grasses and twigs and things growing. Same on the right hand side there. Plenty of pines growing light red. Just give another little land mass just to balance the whole thing out again. So that's that one. I hope you enjoy that. I hope you can get a paint along with me. Do hope you can join me over at patreon.com/Stephen Cronin. You'd be very much welcome there. If you wanted to become a member, get access to about 270 exclusive members videos. So until then, keep practicing. If you've got any questions, please ask, and I'll see you again soon.